Please welcome to the stage Senator Chris Coons.
Oh, Chrissy, Representative Chrissy Houlihan, you said something that just made me snort with laughter. That others more eloquent than you spoke before you and after you. All I have to say, Chrissy, is your service and your heart speaks more eloquently than anything I or anyone else could say. So please give her the round of applause for a lifetime of service. I hope you heard across the last two speakers and the next speaker a common theme that is worth emphasizing at the outset. Time spent in uniform. Don Bacon talked about it, his time in the Air Force. I don't know, but Congressman Kim might talk about it. Certainly Congresswoman Houlihan talked about it. One of the things that has defined America, that has brought us together for generations, is the service of discovering what it really means to be American through service. In my own family, that was my father, who was a Protestant kid from Boston. And only when he served as a sergeant in the 1st Infantry did he have the opportunity to really see the breadth and the diversity and the depth of the American spirit, the American people, and the other young men, it was at that point all men, who he served every day with, who he commanded and led every day, were from every possible background across our country. It was like a Saving Private Ryan platoon. And he came home imbued with the spirit of what it means to be an American. And through AmeriCorps, you have made it possible for literally millions of Americans to have that experience without carrying a gun and without leaving the country. So give yourselves a round of applause for being the spirit of service that sustains our nation. To Jonathan Levine, thank you for being one of the sustaining voices, one of the most reliable folks who has been pulling from the very start. Give Jonathan a round of applause if you would. Ry Barcott, I didn't give you a shout out and I should have, for being part of what pulls together this through the 4-country caucus, those whose experience in service translates to continuing to support service through national service. As you may have picked up through that wonderful but overly long introduction by Ann Mora, service has been at the very core of my life. It's what informed my engagement in launching and running one of the first national directs. Shirley, I still can't believe you approved my grant application all those years ago. From Summer of Service to the I Have a Dream Foundation AmeriCorps program, it was a horrible application. I wrote it on the train down from New York and was correcting it even as we slipped it through the slot. It was a great idea. But oh my God, did you read the footnotes? All of you who've had the experience of building and flying at the same time, a national program or a local program, whether it was in your home state, your home community, or across our country, service changes those who participate in service. It challenges you, it toughens you, it makes you learn how to lead, and it forces you to innovate. I'll be blunt. This is a really hard year. It has been really hard for me to see the impact on programs I have known for decades of choices being made in Congress, in AmeriCorps, and by the administration. And we are frankly going to have to dig deep and work harder than I've ever seen. But I just got off the phone with someone who genuinely deserves the title, Barbara Mikulski. And she told me, yeah, you can give Barbara Mikulski a round of applause. I'm going to paraphrase. Quit your whining. Put on your lipstick and put on your boots and get ready to fight. Senator Mikulski would like all of you to know that of all the things that she did in decades of community organizing, of leading in Baltimore, of fighting in the Senate, and of chairing the Appropriations Committee, what has touched her heart is to see the service that you have done and the ways in which you have met real and fundamental national needs all over the country. Did you hear Senator Hyde-Smith talk about the difference NCCC has made, not just from Vicksburg, not just in Mississippi, but around the country? Did you hear the folks before me speak about what a lasting difference AmeriCorps has made in their states, in education, in serving veterans, in addressing climate change, in dealing with disasters? You've got a group of honorees here this year who recognize the service that you do, addressing the fundamental challenges facing our nation first. And whether it's by inking a poorly crafted memo on a train ride down from New York to DC, or by figuring out how to scrape together money to fill the holes, or by training and building skills through deliberate and disciplined service over the course of a year or a lifetime, the skills that AmeriCorps members are gaining through service with you and through your programs are changing them for a lifetime and are meeting our national needs, whether for teachers or for manufacturing leaders, whether for public policy innovators, or for people who will help build bridges in their own communities. Last point is that AmeriCorps brings people together. You heard Harris Wofford's son remind us all of the ways in which, from the very foundation, this is a program that has been supported and sustained by Republicans and Democrats, by people at the local level and the national level, because they understand that this is about keeping the promise of America, which is to make possible a better life for all of us. So to Michael, thank you for what you're doing leading AmeriCorps. To everyone here who is leading a program through these rough waters, thank you for what you're doing. Recognize that in every one of the states represented by a member of Congress here tonight who's being recognized, they're being recognized for you. They're being recognized for the Boys and Girls Club in Starkville, Mississippi. They're being recognized for Conservation Nebraska. They're being recognized for Engage New Jersey. They're being recognized for the Delaware River Climate Corps. We're being recognized because we get the chance to fight for you. The legislation that we sponsor, the funding that we fight for, the programmatic improvements and changes that we're trying to do is really all about making you possible. So know that every day when I get up and look at the day ahead and feel frustrated and overwhelmed by the challenges at home and abroad, the thing that gives me hope is Ann Moore-Connolly and Voices for National Service and the field that you are and that you represent. Give her a round of applause so that we can get her all teary one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not standing by now, you should be. She's the first person who texts me in the morning and the last person who texts me at night. And when she says, I hope I'm not imposing, I say no, because service is a calling. This is the way we all found ourselves, and it's the way we all find our way forward together. Thank you for being the most inspiring program in America today. And together, we will not just get through this, we will thrive. Thanks, folks.